Hello, everybody. I'm here at CES 2026 at the Macronix suite with Miin Wu, the CEO of Macronix. Thank you for meeting us today.
Thank you.
I just wanted to ask a couple of questions. So eMMC endured for decades, mostly in consumer and networking applications. Why do you think it has remained applicable for so long?
Well, I think the Macronix started with no flash to begin with. So eMMC is only side of the product line we're doing it. You know, just fortunately, suddenly all the big guy left the market, and then so we become the only supplier in this area. But what I like really to say is Macronix actually is the major flash supplier in the field. The reason I say that is 37 years ago when I started company, actually for the reason to challenge Japanese manufacturing, you know, I was the first one to using computer to operate production lines. So I was the first one in the world to do that. And in addition to that, I also saw the computer can collect lots of information. So I also hired a lot of statisticians to work with my semiconductor professional. And that means is I was the first one implement AI concept into manufacturing in the world. And the impact is very simple because that technology really making sub-7 nanometer technology yield better. So I think that was a credit to my work in the early days.
Okay.
And because of that, you know, we are developing all the no flash in the past. And then after that, you know, we believe NAND will be my next move. So we developed 2D solution and the 3D solutions. And today, fortunately, you know, the 2D or 3D eMMC become a shortage in the low density area. That's where we are very good at this moment. Of course, we're going to continue to develop solution by using 3D technology, and hopefully we can challenge more other companies in a way in terms of applications.
Wow, thank you very much. Well, let's talk about flash. You know, flash memory, it's clearly a priority for Macronix. Where does the eMMC fit in there?
Well, the eMMC actually is one way to using flash devices. If you look at a flash, there's a no flash and the NAND flash. Okay. So no flash is the perfect memories. That means every bit has to be good. But NAND is aimed for low-cost solution where you can put a lot of information there. Even you have one bit fail, it's not going to impact your results. So I think that's totally two different approach. So, you know, traditionally like Intel, AMD developing no flash, and then the Toshiba, you know, developing the NAND flash. That's where they have the foresight, you know, to using the NAND flash to be a storage element. So that's kind of two things. In the beginning, I used to be with Intel, so we believe that the data, the cold storage is become important for the system reliability. That's how we start with it. But once we develop all the technology already, and then I think we want to do something in the NAND area. And one of the reasons for the NAND area is we're really trying to develop something in the SSD applications. So that's our intention to develop a NAND for that.
So when you look at Macronix, the product roadmap for the next 5 years, what engineering challenges and opportunities do you see?
Well, I think the most challenging for me right now is we're trying to move from memory to the system, right? So our engineer mainly working on the memories. We don't have much experience in the system. So that transition was critical because we have to hire some of people with system background, and we have to learn a lot about system. So in order to make that happen, actually 2 years ago we start working with IBM.
Okay.
Because IBM is the leader in the system, memory system. So what we're trying to do is to work with them, trying to learn something about system application, and hopefully we can create our own unique solution to attack that market.
Okay, thank you. So what emerging technologies and industry market shifts should engineers be aware of?
Well, my understanding is, of course, you can always follow the steps everybody doing. But for younger people, my recommendation is thinking what will be the main applications 50 years later. 50 years later, that is very important. So I'm encouraging all the young people to identify what's new right now and then can last for 50 years. Identify those areas and trying to do your best.
Well, we're going to shift a little bit. Macronix has been developing NVM solutions, right, for 30 years. What do you see for the next 30 years for Macronix?
Well, as I said, we already done all the memory already.
Yeah.
Not much we can do in the memory itself, except is how we're going to improve the customer requirement in the application area. So I think for Macronix, we're trying to shift from the component level to the system level.
Okay. Yeah.
So not only we talk about system requirement like in SSD applications, but also we are thinking to create computation in the memory. So by doing that, we're actually able to bring in the edge computing in the applications into real life. So those are the area what Macron is trying to do. So in the way is Macron is trying to move from component supplier to system supplier, but with the flash as the basis.
Okay. And kind of tying back to using AI in manufacturing, how is Macronix addressing the ever-evolving demands of AI in the next 5 years?
Well, actually, I don't believe the AI is something we need to address. The AI actually is the data can help us to improve something. In 37 years ago, AI helped me to improve our quality from somebody to the best in the world today. So I think we are addressing our solution into automotive, industrial, medical, you name it. All these high quality requirement applications, you see Macron's there.
Okay.
So what we will do, we will continue apply those AI concepts to make Macron's new product better. So.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time, Miin. I really appreciate it. Thank you for joining us at the Macronix booth at CES 2026.